anything in that previous generation from us, she feels a lot like a grandmother energy.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of presence when she comes in, so I really feel that grandmother spirit. There's some kind of connection with spirit there. Is it in your backyard? Maybe. Or is it a greenhouse that you go to in another space?
Oh my God. You're killing me, man.
Did a toaster catch on fire at some point? So that spirit letting you know right away, we're here, we're present with you.
I didn't do it, so.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Transcribing. I'm your host, Irene Achelois. Today, we are welcoming our guest medium for the night, Rachel Warren. She is on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on the Spirit Realm Network. She does Answers from Beyond. She and I will be doing readings together for our live guests. Again, just please remember you have to log in via Zoom. There's a tiny URL on the Facebook post. It says tiny URL transcribing, and you click there, and that'll take you to the Zoom link, or straight to Zoom. If you're in Facebook, it'll take you to a little window, and you have to click Join Meeting, and you can hit Join Meeting that way. Also know that you can enter in the code, the user code and password for the show if you go straight to the Zoom website. And you can also find that on our posts, and usually it gets posted in our chats as well. All right, let's see. Before we get going, quick reminder. Again, every message comes through with the meaning to be shared with peace and healing, and always good intention and always a welcoming space. There's Rachel. Hi,
hey.
Rachel.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome. It's good to have you.
It's good to be here. I'm really excited.
Me too. Okay, can you do me a favor and talk a little bit about yourself and let everybody know who you are and how you normally read, even though they should be watching you every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Spirit Realm Network?
Okay, so basically there is no rhyme or reason to this method. It's if you're familiar with the term like dumpster fire or a train wreck or a hot mess, that is how I read. I'm a physical trance medium, so everything comes in. However, I usually get a lot of metaphors. I get a lot of images. I work a lot with nature spirits and with animals. So it's just craziness that is Rachel is what happens. But basically, I really don't like to open myself up too much as a medium whenever we do shows like this, because I feel like I can't control it. But I mean, I'm willing to do whatever. So yeah, that's it. There's no rhyme or reason. It just happens and it goes. So I'm excited. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be good. I can feel it.
Awesome. I'm excited too. This is going to, I really feel like we're going to have a fun night. And so what we normally do is we bring live guests on. And so again, if you're wanting to be a live guest, please jump on by the tiny URL link that's found either in our chat or on the Facebook post for the show. That will bring you to a Zoom window, or it will bring you to a Facebook window where you have to hit Join Meeting. You jump on that way, or you can enter in the provided user ID and passcode to jump on. We will also quickly pull someone from the chat for a quick reading, 1 to 2 minutes, a few minutes, or depending on how many people are in the waiting room. So we kind of do a little bit of both. All right. Again, please understand, please remain open. These messages are intended for healing and understanding. And so if you're closed off, it might be a little more difficult to get that message to you. All right, our first guest is Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Well, this is Rachel. Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. Rachel. Nice to meet you, Cheryl.
Same here.
Rachel, you start. You're the guest. You get to go first. First thoughts.
Okay, so Cheryl, why not? Okay, so I'm getting like a male energy, but I'm also getting like a pet, a dog. I don't know if that's who you wanted to connect with tonight, but it's so he's kind of presenting as the image of what would be like a calico cat, but it's the calico type version of the dog. And I know there is some kind of like mountain dog that looks the same thing, but it's the markings of the black and the brown and the white. He doesn't seem that fluffy, but he seems like he's right here at your right side.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Not quite sure.
I'm not quite sure about because we didn't have too many
Yeah, how many
animals.
dogs? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to lean into it and just kind of see if Irene wants to go ahead because it looks like
I
she's
get
sketching away.
I get the feeling he would have been a little grumpy, or this cat would have been a little bit of a grumpy cat. So not like those you see those videos of those pets and they give the side eye. So you'd get like if something happened, they may give you the side eye and not be as sweet and loving because they're like holding a grudge a little bit. So I get the feeling that the pet that Rachel's leaning in on, because this little grumpy face comes up on the on the notebook, might have been a little bit of a grumpy animal. Was it a cat, a dog? I can't, but I get the grumpy animal. They would have had a personality for sure.
Yeah, I think we had at one point we had it was a small dog though that was pretty hyper. That's the only one that's passed on.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's a possibility that this animal could have been in the house to start off with. Um, but yeah, he's to your right side.
Little Jack Russell is what we had.
Yeah.
All right. So the male energy that you're picking up, I heard grandfather. So it feels like there's a grandfather energy that is here. I'm not sure if Rachel feels a different male energy, but that's where I heard when Rachel brought up male energy was a grandfather. And so when I when I ask him, how he passed, I feel an uncomfortableness here. There might have been either he might have had issues with his jaw, something, in this part of his body, or he could have had like some kind of paralysis. That's usually what happens when I get like feelings like that.
Mhm.
So he could have had a stroke, something that would have caused him to pass away in the end. But he did have issues going on with his chest too, because I get a little bit of an uncomfortableness here when I take a breath. So he might have had something heart or lung as well.
Yeah, I could take that.
Okay. So um so usually when the pi symbol comes up, it could mean science, something related to science, or it could actually mean like 314, like March 14th or something like that. Does that make sense to you?
Um, well, I think my son's an engineer, but his birthday's like 3/16.
Oh my gosh. So the science part and like is likely who he's connecting to, but that fact that that birthday is so close and he's
Yeah.
combining the science with it, he's acknowledging him and letting you know that he's proud.
Oh, I love that.
How about you, Rachel? Anything coming through?
No, I'm just getting a lot of burning in my chest, like heartburn. Um, I'm also hearing the name Barbara. So I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if
had
I,
a family friend that passed away that I can relate to that her name was Barbara.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Would she have been 8, 9, like around the age of 10, but under 10?
No.
No.
Would have been that many years ago? Is that possible,
Yes.
Rachel? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm getting the letter A also coming through, so I don't know how that connects, but A is entering the space. So this could be somebody living or past, but it's the acknowledgement or validation letting you know that they're here as well.
yeah. I have a granddaughter. Her name starts with the A.
That's another validation again of your family and letting them know that they acknowledge them and that they're with them and proud of them. So did Barbara go like almost like relatively quickly? Like was she okay and then not okay and then passed?
That's
Like
correct. Yes, she
oh,
did.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I get that feeling like 1 minute and then back. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
because anytime that I go to try to talk about her, my words aren't coming and it feels like there's some sort of disconnect. Mm. But there's also something like very sacred about her. So I don't know if she was really religious or if she was just very not serious where it was, prudish, but very sacred. Like she honored things. Um,
Yeah, that would totally make sense.
mhm.
Hmm.
Because there's
Traditions
almost
too.
like there's almost like this reverence about her that, and it's not that she's being proper, that she's very paying respects, paying dues, just very I just keep wanting to say sacred. Like she's very honoring. Like she doesn't, I don't know, it's just very sacred.
Yeah, I mean, totally her personality for
Mhm.
sure.
And almost in like the energy that Rachel's kind of giving off too, like it feels too that she would have been like a little quieter, a little more reserved, kind of just, careful with her words.
Yeah,
Just yeah. So, yeah, you could
yeah,
definitely feel that. And it's like she's picking her up, like almost like I can feel her in Rachel. That's really crazy. That's pretty cool.
Mm,
Yeah, that's one
that
reason why
is
I don't like to
cool.
do too many things because people like have a tendency to jump in. So
Well, that like just I mean she's letting you know that she's here, she's validating for you, and your grandfather wants to push the fact too that he's around and he's spending time also so is you have a father that's passed?
I do. Yes.
Okay, somebody just interrupted my thought and said, wait, what about me, father? Yeah, I'm her father, I want to say hi. So that could sometimes be related to his personality as well. He might have interrupted in life as well or got excited like that in life, but he did want to make sure he came in and said hi to you.
Oh, thank you.
He watches out for you because he wants you to pay attention to your health as well. Just kind of not to be scary or anything like that, but he keeps putting the arrow like toward you. So when the arrows come up towards you, it's like they want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself like you're supposed to. Okay, so if you're kind of delaying doing something that you're supposed to do, like go to the doctor or get that checkup, get that test, they want you to make sure that you're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. Okay, because you shouldn't be scared. Just take care of what you need to take care of.
Yeah, I
Okay.
totally get that. Yep, for sure.
Okay. They're definitely watching out for you. You getting anything else, Rachel?
whenever you started talking about her father, I started getting real bad headaches. So I don't know if he had head issues or if he had migraines, but it was more radiating on my left side. But that's where it was going to. And then so when Irene was reiterating about you following through, of course, I'm not a medical medium, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. It's just that's where it started coming through in my body. So,
And I do want to validate for Rachel that like even before I came on, I would get pain same side of my head. So I'm not sure how that connects to you or your family, but that did come through before jumping on tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Okay. I'm supposed to tell you before I let you go, take a deep breath every once in a while. Like it builds up in you. Just take a
Yeah,
deep breath every once in a while. All right. Like
definitely.
I'm supposed to tell you, relax. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. You get through it. You always do.
I work hard at it. Thank you. I appreciate it, ladies.
Thank you. Thanks for jumping on. It's good to see
Yeah.
you. Thank you to your
Mhm.
family, your loved ones for coming through and supporting. All right. We're having there we go. We've got Janet coming on.
Thank you. Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to do a quick shout out before we bring Janet on. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Kira. Or Kyria. Oh, that's beautiful. I think I
Hello.
pronounced that right. Hi. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Christina. Hi, Donna. Please all jump on if you want to jump on. Hi, Beth. Hi, Paula. Hi, Olivia. Hi, everyone. All right. And hi, Janet.
Hi.
Janet, were you from last week?
I was on last week, but I couldn't join the Zoom right. It
Yeah.
wouldn't let me. Yes.
And now we see your beautiful face. Your mom came
Yes.
through. She just reminded me.
Yeah.
I'll let Rachel see if she has a feeling for anything, and then I'll.
No. Well, right away, Janet, the only thing I'm getting of is milk, like the image of a milk carton. So, I kind of get the idea like you sitting at a table and reading a milk carton. I don't know if that's something that you did or if there's somebody who did that or somebody who just like associates with a milk carton, but that's just what I see you doing, just like sitting there holding a milk carton, just reading it. So I know it sounds crazy with a milk carton, but that's what I'm getting.
Well, I'm interested in a lot of missing people
Mm-hmm.
and also people who have died.
Mm-hmm.
Um, really, a lot of my family, most of my families have passed.
I gotcha. So is this so whenever you say you're interested in, do you, whenever the news comes on and somebody's missing, do you come up with your own ideas as to where they are to see if how accurate you are?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. I do that quite often.
Yeah.
I've been interested in that since I've been young.
Yeah. Are you using dowsing rods or what are you
No,
using to do that? You're just pulling it
no.
out?
I've had dreams about uh, family dying
Mm-hmm.
before they actually do. Um, and I don't know what it was ever meant, but my grandmother said I was born with a veil.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
I never really knew about it, but every time something would happen in the family, I would see something before, but strange things happen uh, in my homes, and
Yeah. Was she born with a veil as well, you think?
I don't know. She's never spoke about it, but I was the only one that she would take apart and teach me about religion
Mm-hmm.
and beliefs, and um she was a minister, a pastor
Mm-hmm.
in the church, so she was a teacher, and um I don't know why she singled me out, but she
Well, we
I
know why.
Yeah.
she she always wanted me to become one, but I didn't feel um that I was uh that I should be one because I felt unworthy.
Right.
And but I took everything that was when I intuitive things I always took to heart. So everything that I taught myself and what I believed in, I learned different religions,
Mm-hmm.
and I also taught myself about um different things like crystals and other things, what I believe
Right.
and how I feel.
Very cool. So whenever you're talking about her, I'm kind of seeing the image of her being as like a smaller, a more petite lady that she would wear like the wire, not wire, but they were, I don't know how to describe them, but they're like the little bitty curlers that you would have the pink
Yes.
tips going through.
Yes.
That's how I kind of see her. And she's like, I'm still teaching her. I'm still teaching her. So
I feel
she's still dropping you little tidbits, little bitty. And then, like, I'm hearing the milk, but I'm also hearing like buttermilk and cornbread. So it's like she's like, I'm still dropping her crumbs.
I get chills quite
Mhm.
often, and I can smell certain scents that remind me of them.
Mhm.
And it's funny that my mom would come through because we didn't have a good relationship.
The person you least expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And uh we kind of started talking before she passed.
Mhm.
So I'm very glad that she came through for me, which
For
makes
sure.
me feel good as a daughter.
Yeah. Well, Janet, I was raised Southern Baptist, and this was not allowed in the church. But after I would be in the funerals. I'd be in the funerals of the deacons, and I would hear them talking to me, and I'm like, "You're not supposed to be talking to me." And and it's just so like some of my biggest
Mhm.
moments happened in church. So that's just the way they were raised, and that's how I see it. But yeah, it's yeah. So I totally get it. But I
Well,
think
I
it's
was
so sweet.
very
Yeah.
condemned because I even went to, and you're gonna think of me maybe different, but I even went to, with my aunt, I went to a witches
Hmm.
meeting, but they were good witches.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's just that. And it to me, as long as they're not doing anything crazy, I'm still going to honor
No,
their
I
tradition.
wouldn't even be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, because that's where you would learn. I mean, it's just like learning all the religions. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a thirst for knowledge, so I think that is awesome.
Yeah, I even lived with a man who was in uh, one who was a cult leader.
Mhm.
Holy
Okay.
cow. You've had quite the life, Janet.
Well, I believe you got to be open minded, but yet um, you search for, you learn by what you experience. And I lived hard my whole life. And the thing is, I might have had a hard life, but I've learned a lot.
Mhm.
And it helped me survive, and I could understand a lot of things. And but that has given me intuition and what things I know, and it's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And it is it makes me feel good at times.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. I'm sorry, Janet. I'm getting
Okay.
warnings that we've got to keep moving because we have people in the waiting room. I
I,
just want to say This image validates what your story right there. That's your family, the little hat right there.
Yeah.
The letter F is coming through. This could be living or past, as a confirmation or a validation for you to let you know that they're around. Also, the number 4, it could be the 4th of a month, it could be April, or the number 4 actually means something to you. You also, I'm seeing the bridge here. The bridge can usually mean transition. You're growing and you're going to transition into something new, or you're going to go from one place to another. You could be moving, this could be in life, this could be in jobs, this could be just kind of in what type of, direction you want to go, in terms of any kind of decision in your life. But there's a shift. You have a shift coming. Okay. Just so you know, I wanted to get those things to you because they were kind of
Okay.
before we have to kind of move forward. But your mom and comes through because she wants you to know that she loves you and she is with you and she is making up for anything in life she's making up now. That's why she tells you not to be afraid, not to be scared. She's with you. She's got you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you
Uh,
so much.
Thank you, Janet. And please join us again. It's nice to have you.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. We've got Cheryl coming on. Just wait
I'm
for Cheryl.
here, but somehow my camera got disabled.
Okay.
But I'm here.
We'll give you a second to try and get your camera on.
It's not going to. It says it was disabled by the host, and the hosts can't figure it out.
So, Mr. Bill, are you trying to figure it out? Should we get started? Just let me know and I'll keep going. Hi, Patty. Hi, Shauna. Let's give him a second and see if he can get that kicked on. Otherwise, we'll move forward with the reading. I do want to mention, I don't know. Okay, I'm getting the get started. Okay, so Rachel, are you picking up anything?
I'm just having stomach issues. So that's what I'm feeling for Cheryl, stomach issues. I'm I'm getting a lot. So whenever I'm thinking about her at her place of employment, it seems like she is being bombarded with a lot of, I don't want to say toxic energy. I think it's just a bunch of energy. And she is maybe feel like that it's hers and it's that she has issues, but I think she's just picking up on all this energy. I don't think it's being directed towards her negative. I think she's just in the middle of it and she's literally soaking it up.
Does that resonate with you,
Makes sense.
Cheryl?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm getting like a heaviness in my chest. So I'm having a hard time, like when I take a deep breath. So I'm not sure if this is connected to you. Sometimes when it comes through first before I see someone coming in, I just always ask the sitter, do you have anything that's going on with your heart or your lungs, like an asthma or some kind of other condition that would affect your heart or your lungs?
Not really.
Okay,
I mean, I
then
have
go
asthma
ahead.
issues, but
Okay, so let's see who comes through, but that might be a validation. I like when they bring through something that I wouldn't know to let me know that, that they're here and to let you know that they're here. So we'll see if it's still connected to another family member that comes through, but that was the first thing that they gave me right off the bat, was a difficulty in getting that breath. Um, there's a female energy here. Hmm. It's weird. So like I ask her how she passed, and I get like oh no, 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 no. Like it's almost like, well, that's my business kind of thing. Like I don't know if I want to share the details of how I passed. So that must be related to her personality of coming through.
Yeah,
Um,
she didn't share. If you're talking about my granny, she didn't share a lot about herself, but she wanted to share about everybody else.
oh, all right. Okay, that means we've got your grandmother here. That's cute. Okay, so she's definitely letting you know that she's around and letting you know that she's definitely got personality and confirming that. Rachel, I see you're laughing. Did you pick up anything from her?
Yeah, so I seen her very childish and playful, that she had like ringlets, almost like Shirley Temple type hair. But it was like she would run up and say, "Ah," and then, run back. And it wasn't scary whatsoever. And then whenever I was like, so what's your name? I was getting like a R name, but almost like a Rebecca, but not necessarily a Rebecca. So it'd be like a R with a BCK or something in it like that. But she's just like very playful. I definitely could get the idea of her being the busybody, the know-it-all, the know-it-all in a good way. Like it just, yeah, like you would go to find out what was going on in a town. She would know what was going on, and she would say, "Don't tell nobody I told you this," but
Granny love.
everybody knew that. Everybody knew that where you got it from.
I get a
Yeah,
lot of this too. Like she like she puts her hands on her hips and like takes a breath and starts talking like she's ready to share the business.
yep, that's my dad's mom right there.
Um,
It's Granny Low.
it's interesting. So this doesn't normally look like my normal shark fin that will come through. So I could be like maybe misreading this a little bit because of the way it
Oh,
looks, but either a shark
I'm gonna
actually
do.
means something to you, or like the shark fin usually is symbolism for me where you feel like maybe you're surrounded by some people you feel like you don't trust and or you can't trust or rely on, and I'm supposed to tell you that you trust your gut.
Okay.
Okay. I keep saying I feel like I see like a one-story building. Like is your house like a one-story house? Or do you work in an office that's like one story? I see a building with multiple doors. So sometimes that looks like a ranch to me, but it's not like the way I normally draw a house. So there's like
No,
something about like if you live in one story.
no. I mean, most of the offices are on one story. All the offices and stuff are on one story at work,
Okay.
but there's other floors.
Okay, but
There's nothing on the main floor. You just have to go upstairs to get to any of the offices.
interesting. So I don't know if that's her way of bringing through maybe the trusting is related to work. So, but I
Mhm.
just keep seeing that one story. Like, I don't know. She just keeps showing that to me. So it could be validating that way, or maybe there's something connected to like something that may be going on in your life or in the future that is a single story. So I can't tell for sure when they bring, that's not my normal symbolism, but she's bringing that through for you. Okay. It does have like an interesting double door, which makes me think, that could be a business or could be a sliding like door. I don't know, but just kind of keep that in mind. And all the doors and I mean, it's all darkened. So maybe it's not usable because all the doors are closed off. So it's possible she could be talking about that first level and just denoting work in terms of your feelings. Just trust your gut and just keep doing what you're doing.
So
Okay.
you gotta
Go.
go. Well, I was gonna say I'm getting the so something about 3 months. I don't know, Cheryl, if you're up for a position or if there's a project that you're working on and it's very competitive, and then like you're worried that you might not get it or you might not complete it. But it feels like the people that are around you that's on the same project, not that they're going to sabotage it, but that it just like to you it's going to be real disheartening, but I think people see it and you don't have to worry about it. So it'll all play out and it'll work out in your favor. Because I feel like they're doing things in the dark. They're doing things not necessarily behind. I feel like they're doing shady things, but but then it's like they're doing shitty things to feed their family, you know? So it's not like they're doing it malicious towards you. They're just trying to survive. Still not good and still not right, but that's why they're doing it. But it'll all, but I feel like they're the ones that are hiding in the dark behind the doors and doing things, but it'll all work out.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I got the 0 clock. So the 0 clock is blinking for us to move on to the next sitter. So Cheryl, thank you so much for jumping on. Please come back again. Let's hope we figure out that camera issue for you the next time.
Thank you.
And please join the chat. Happy to see you. All right. Oh, I don't have Mrs. Candace Thornsbury. That's beautiful. I love that so much.
I love it.
But we need to get that camera on.
I feel British. I feel proper all of a sudden. Yeah.
And we're muted too. And I'm waiting to see what's going on. I can't hear anything so I'm going to read somebody from the chat while we're trying to figure that out. Let's see. There is let's see if you feel anything. I have Denise. Hi, Frosty. Ooh, chat just got cut off a little bit. I'm missing some people. I'm missing some of the early people. I have Joyce. So there's Denise, Joyce. There's Marlo. Hi, Marlo. All right. Are you feeling anything for any of those names?
Maybe Marlo, but I'm also but I'm also feeling something like some pressure behind my eyes. That would be somebody that had like glaucoma or something with the eyes. I feel like there's somebody there for them.
Okay, looks like we're having some technical difficulties in bringing people in and out, so I'm going to let that sort itself out. Marlo, are you having issues with the eyes? I'm watching the chat here. Is there anything going on, or have a loved one that might have had something going on with the eyes? Okay, let's see what happens if we get a response. I do get also if pain in this part of my body. So it feels more like abdominal. So I keep feeling drawn to Joyce as well. Have we figured out Mrs. Candace, Mr. Bill? Because I can't hear her or see her. Oh, there's Raina.
Hi.
Hi. Hold on one second. Okay, Marlo does not have the glaucoma situation. Marlo, do you have something going on with the abdomen? Joyce just had eye surgery, so I was drawn to Joyce. We were flipped. So okay, so Joyce just had the eye surgery, so that's connecting to what Rachel said. Do you want to give her anything, a little message or anything letting her know?
No, because it done went away.
You don't want to what? Oh, it went away?
I said no. Yeah, it done went away.
Well, Joyce, just know that if they're bringing that through for you, it's just letting you know, validation, and that they're here with you. They're present. They're keeping an eye on you. Oh, Joyce also has Crohn's. So we were picking up on Joyce, and she was right next to Marlo in the chat. Marlo, don't say those things about yourself. All right, so we're gonna get back over to Raina, and we'll take a look at the chat. Hang on, maybe we'll jump on and do another quick message. Raina, how are you? I have had Raina on here before. I remember her very well.
Yes.
And her grandmother. So
Yes.
Rachel, I'm gonna give you a chance to get started if you want to go for it.
Okay. I'm getting something about the hair. I don't know if it's a headdress or hat, but it just feels like this is very ornate. I see her kind of standing behind you, but she just, I don't know. It's kind of like the other grandma. She wants to come in, but then she stands back. So I don't know if she was very much against this idea, or if she. I know she's not afraid of it now, but I don't. I'm trying to choose my words very, very carefully. So I don't know if she feels like she only has limited time with you, and so she's trying to be precise or consistent. I don't know if you get emotional whenever you start to feel her, and then so she's not able to give you a message. So it feels like I want to be very concise, but she is behind you, and I see like an ornate, either a headdress or a hat, but is something very like flamboyant, but very. I don't know. I don't know, Raina.
Does that resonate with you, Raina? Does that connect?
I don't know. I do get emotional, but that part, yes, absolutely. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to sound crazy, but I've got a sink here. And so there's the faucet, there's the basin of the sink, and then there's something over here to the side, almost like where you would lay your dishes,
Uh-huh.
to the side. So I don't know if there's something wrong with your dishwashing, if you even have one, or you're not washing your dishes like you should be washing your dishes.
I am not washing my dishes. It's pretty correct.
So she's bringing, I love when they bring through that one random like thing to let you know that they're around. She's judging you a little. But she loves you, and she's making me laugh, so that makes me feel like she's just picking on you and not doing it in a mean way. Also, your coffee consumption, like, are you drinking a lot of coffee? Are you like, because like this is a giant, looks like a giant mug. So either you're consuming something hot and a lot of it. So it's important for you.
Like something physical, you mean, or?
Yeah, this is like in the physical right now. Do you drink a lot of coffee or tea? This would look like a mug
I drink a
from.
lot of tea, yeah.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So this is something that's important, and she's emphasizing it. That's why it's so big on the page. So just kind of, just know that she is, okay. There's still something about the caffeine. So just know that you got to kind of balance things out.
Okay, okay.
Not as much caffeine. Okay.
Yep.
Want to overstep Rachel if she's getting anything else. Go, are you
Well,
picking
no,
up?
well, I just wonder, like Raina, why she keeps playing with her hair. If maybe the caffeine is giving her issues with her headaches or her high blood pressure, or if that's what it is, and maybe it was Raina's with the head radiating from
Oh
the.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I have alopecia where
Uh-huh.
I cannot, when I'm like stressed, I cannot
Mhm.
stop touching my hair. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I have it forever. Yeah.
Like, okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
caffeine will definitely make it worse, make you more stressed. So you got to balance that for sure.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think that was what I was getting with the female with the hair, the hat, or the protection.
Yeah.
I
Like
just
it
got
was.
validated. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
pull my
That.
hair when
Yeah.
I'm like doing this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Whew. Okay. There is, whenever I get a candle is recognizing um someone that's gone, having like remembering them, acknowledging them, so either like somebody could have recently passed, and that could be something that you just recently had like a memorial or things like that, or
Yep.
you're just okay, all right, so then that's validating for you that your remembrance, the memorial, everything was good. It was
Oh, okay.
they're appreciative of it.
Oh, good, good, good. Yeah.
Okay. So and it's big on the page. When it's big on the page, it's big. So it matters. So whatever you did, however this was all put together, how it was approached, your feelings behind it, it's all appreciated and all acknowledged.
Oh, yeah, because I couldn't go to her funeral because of distance, but I did attend virtually. And yeah.
That's her letting you know it's appreciated. Okay. All right, we have about 15 seconds. This here, like when a cross shows up in a reading, for me, it always means faith. Okay. So they could have been strong in their faith, right? And that's just validating for them. But I'm also usually supposed to tell the person that's sitting across from me, have faith.
Okay.
Okay. Stay strong. All
Stay
right.
strong. That really means a lot to me, yes.
Okay, good. Very good. I'm glad. And thank you to your loved ones. They came through very supportive, very very happy for you and making fun of you a little bit. Rachel, did you have anything else you wanted to?
No, I just want to ask Raina if it's okay if I send some energy work to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll do that later.
All right, thank you so
Okay.
much.
No, thank you. Have a good night.
Awesome. Thank you, Raina. It's good to
Thank
see you.
Thank you.
There's Mrs. Candace Thornsberry.
I had a phone call.
We love the name. It came through. Oh, it's so weird. Like my hands suddenly, like I'm doing this, like I can't tell if they're itchy or if something's going on. Do you have any issues with your hands?
No, not yet.
Who am I picking up then? Maybe it's somebody that's coming through, but I feel it in my hands. So if anybody in the chat is feeling something in their hands or has something going on with their hands, please speak up. But I don't know. The second you came on, I could feel it. So
Yeah.
Just
just
got
a
out
lot.
of the hospital. I mean, been poked and prodded 50 million times, but yeah.
Now this feels like something. It's like my hands just feel off. I can't tell if they're itchy or they're swollen or both, but it's just like
Yeah,
weird.
my hands swell at night when I'm sleeping.
Okay. All right. Then they're bringing through that validation for you to let you know that they're here and that they're around. They're with you and they know these things are happening. And to let you know that like this is valid. What you feel is valid. Whew. Rachel, you look like you're getting something. Go.
Yeah. No, so Candace, I don't know if you do painting or you do anything with your hands, but
I do shirts and different things.
yeah, but I'm just getting that you need to be more creative and not necessarily like me time, but you need a creative hobby. Whatever you like to do and creative. I don't know if you paint or you used to paint.
Yeah, I do a little bit of just about anything really.
Yeah, but you need to start being creative again.
Okay. Can do that.
Feeds your soul, right? It's important. Okay, Marla just validated too. Marla, looks like you're getting a message also. So pay attention to what's happening with Candace here. It might be a message for you as well. Keep an eye. Something going on with my arm. Like I don't know what it is, but like I keep scratching right here at my elbow. So there's something up here, and then I keep just like stretching out my arm, and I don't know why. So does that make any sense to you?
I was scratching up to here earlier, like right around this area. Maybe that's
Okay. That's just another validation. That's validating what Rachel said. So they brought through a validation right after what Rachel told you to let you know that, yes, this is something you need to do. It helps you, feeds your soul. Okay. So crazy. That's so weird. Do you bake?
sometimes, not very often. I ain't got time.
For some reason, I feel like I'm seeing a loaf of bread.
Yeah, last time I made a loaf bread, that didn't turn out very good. No.
So maybe they're bringing that forward to like as like a validation, a story, something in history that you've experienced, and to let you know that yeah, they're around, okay, and to probably not bake as much as you or keep trying. I
Yeah.
don't know. But that's them bringing that through again as a validation. So like I know you have family members here, and right off the bat, like one I heard somebody say I'm her grandmother.
Hey,
So
Lord.
like so she's I didn't hear what you said.
I said, oh, Lord.
Could she be the one making fun of you over the bread?
Probably. I could see her doing that. Yeah.
Okay, but you have a good number of people on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they're like around me, and when they do that, they're letting me know that you've had your fair share of loss.
Yep.
And they want you to know that they're with you, they support you, that they're here. Just because they're not all coming forward and your grandmother stepped forward to kind of say hello, that it doesn't mean they're not here. Okay.
Right. I've been having a lot of health issues. I wonder if they know anything about that.
Well, they're bringing up your hands. So it might be something you need to focus on too, and think about the connection of your hands with everything else that might be going on. Stress. They're showing me the house. So
Sometimes.
yeah. Okay. Um, is it almost like when you lay down, it hurts?
Yeah. Yeah. Does it mean like in the stomach part?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a lot of, that's my issue right now is my stomach area.
Okay.
We don't know what's going on. I have an infection somewhere, they said, but don't know where it's coming from.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, again, like I'm not a doctor, but I know when you lay down, it hurts. And you almost have to sleep propped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like where the infection is, I don't know, but I know this part of my body is bothered. So that could be where it is, or that like I can't say for sure,
Right.
but I know I feel it here.
Right.
Just so here's what feels like is happening. So because of that, like my shoulder and my neck hurt. So the way you're sleeping affects your muscles and your joints. Okay. You have an
Okay.
issue in the family with like, I don't know if you retain salt a lot or if it's like blood pressure. Like there's
Yeah.
something, okay. So there's something that causes that like uncomfortableness and some of that swelling as well. Um, just like so this is not to be scared, but they tell you, you've got to watch your heart, you got to watch your blood pressure, a little bit of your cholesterol too.
Mm.
Okay. So just keep an eye on those things.
Yeah. Anemia, and I have a lot of low red blood cells and high white cells right now.
Okay, that's probably
So,
because of the infection. That's got to
yeah,
be because
yeah,
of the
it
infection.
is.
Okay, so
I'm actually getting a lot of pain back here at the back of my neck, like where your ears would be and down, just in that
Sometimes,
area. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm getting on. And that feels like it is spinal fluid. Like maybe your spinal fluid isn't, there's not enough of fluid there, and then there's pressure there. So just like to be blunt, are you overall just like not happy?
No, I don't know. Well, with my physical or mentally, what do you, I be more?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just feels it feels like whatever's going on, it's just making like you're just getting this despise or
Yeah.
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 And it almost feels like, that it's becoming how I said toxic again, but that it's like literally poisoning you from the inside out.
Mhm.
But so do you know how to like use your body as far as like a pendulum to say, would this work for me or is this good for me? Because I think this might be something kind of easy that you can fix.
No, don't have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just kind of stand up and make sure your knees aren't locked, and then hold something and say, is this good for my body? And or first of all, you need to say, show me my yes and show me my no. And usually your body will fall forward or fall backwards. You can find all this out on YouTube and different things. But
Okay.
hold something and just say, what can help me heal my stomach? What can help ease this pain? And then, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something super simple and easy.
I'll try that.
Is it like right after you eat too?
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah. Because I'm almost getting the image of like in your stomach, just at the top of your stomach, that there's something there and it's just congested, and then it radiates pain, and it just like it hurts here, but it'll cause pain other places because it's putting pressure on everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe just like have a little, how you would get like an abscess in your mouth. Maybe you have a little abscess, not an ulcer, or just some kind of irritation, and it's just, there's no rhyme or reason, because you can lean this way and it hurts one way. It just like radiates, like how a nerve pain would be, I would imagine. So it's just like, it seems like that. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's something really simple. And then I also wouldn't be surprised if this leads you to do something with that idea, like you help other people, or, that you're going to find something out and thinking, are you serious? And then a lot of people have it. And then you're like, oh, by the way, do this, do that. And it's helpful.
I can do that.
There's something about flowing through your system too. You're not getting rid of some kind of toxins. Like you're not, so I don't know if it's like your kidneys aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, or if there's something with your lymph system, like something is off in sorry?
That's what I like to know, because I have 2 kidney stones, but that's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
But that wouldn't cause a major.
Yeah, but if you're not getting enough water, you're not filtering enough of whatever's kind of going through your system. It's not helping your digestive tract. It's not helping everything that's kind of going on in your body. So maybe get some more water in there, but there's just something I keep seeing like lymph. So I don't know why like lymph matters, but like I don't know enough about the lymphatic system to be able to tell you, like to see what I'm supposed to see. Like again, I'm not a doctor, but like that is really coming through for some reason.
Okay.
So maybe take a look and see, and definitely what Rachel is saying, that's really important. And Mrs. Candace, can you hold on just 1 second? I've got to close the show real quick, and then we'll bring you on. And then Paula, please stay on. We're going to pull you up really quick at the end. All right, everybody. Thank you, Rachel, for jumping on. Catch Rachel tomorrow at 8 p.m. Also, thank you to everyone for jumping on. And again, don't forget, there's always something greater than ourselves out there. Have a good night, everybody.